Hello everyone, hi, my name is Akshata and this is my video on the lessons I learned in the year 2024. So, along with everyone else, I also had a really transformative year in my life. I had many endings, I had many beginnings in my life during this time. I finished school, which was such a transformative part of my life, like such a long period of my life came to an end during this year. And 2024 was filled with a lot of lessons by the universe. So here are some of the lessons I learned that I'm going to share with you. I literally wrote them into my little pocket diary that I made by myself. And if it didn't have my doodles on it, I would probably show it to you. But hopefully, when you see me looking down, I'm just reading what I wrote down in my little diary. So bear with me as I do that. Okay. So the first lesson I learned was like your parents are not your enemy. I have to get into it because this is kind of embarrassing. I mean, it's not embarrassing, but it's just such a bad thing. But growing up, I mean, I think when I was going through my puberty, ever since I turned like 13 or 14, I had been so awful to my parents, I would just behave like a typical teenage daughter. My parents, such angels, like they tolerated me so much. But I would just have so many fits. Like I would literally scream, shout, and do shit like that. And yeah, I would just think my parents are my enemy, which not true at all because my parents have sacrificed so much for me. It's not their fault that they're not super ultra fucking rich or they don't come from a rich family. I had so many limiting beliefs with my parents. I was like, why are you not this? Why are you not that? Why do I have to live in this? Just totally being such a bitch to my parents. And in 2024, after journaling for like 1 hour, I literally had this breakthrough where I was like, my parents are not my enemy. Why have I been just behaving like such a bad person to them? Because I love my parents a lot. Like, I love them a lot. But I was behaving so badly with them. Like, it was like awful. I would behave so nice to people who were like truly my enemy, and I didn't literally care about them. And my parents, who I love so much, I was being so awful to them. It was like awful. And I had this really amazing breakthrough and it was filled with me crying a lot because my parents, my mother, my father, they have been such amazing parents to me. They have given me a lot, a lot more than I could possibly imagine. Basically, they have done so much for me, and yet I'm being so awful to them. Doesn't make sense. If my parents are just giving me a lesson or just giving me a suggestion, it's not because they think it's bad for me. It's because they are thinking what they can do to help me while I'm being so like painful to my mom and my dad. Like, I am being such a bad daughter to them. So it was like such a breakthrough for me when I was like, why am I behaving like this? And then I started like trying to mend my ways, which I know it's like not possible to like completely mend your ways, because I have said a lot of hurtful things to my parents and they have said the same to me. But when I stopped behaving like I would, things got so much better. Okay, so this was my lesson I learned in like 2024, which was so amazing to me because my parents have done so much for me. They have taught me, they are giving me an education, they are just feeding me, and every time I want something, I don't have the, I don't have to, I'm grateful enough to like tell my parents if I want something and they would get that for me. So that kind of like the attitude I used to have with my parents, now it's awful, but I'm getting there, like, so that was a lesson I learned in like 2024. I need to like, okay, I need to change my fucking phone because the camera is awful, but it was my New Year's resolution to like fucking post something, because I always make tons of videos but I never post them, although my videos are not perfect, but I think they contain valuable information, because daddy's trash is another man's gold. Like, maybe you don't like my videos, but somebody might. So yeah, I'm getting there. Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about it because I feel like it's so embarrassing, but men are only nice to people they like. Okay, I'm like, I don't fit the Indian beauty standards at all. Like, I don't think I fit them, but do I give a fuck now? No. But did I used to give a fuck? Of course. I used to be like so fucking jealous because I have the most beautiful, amazing friends of all time. Like, all of my friends drop dead gorgeous, and I'm not saying I'm bad, but like, I didn't fit the beauty standards. They are the complete personification of the Indian beauty standards. So like, whenever I used to hang out with my friends, I would get like treated so differently than my friends. I used to like hate them. Like, I used to be like, not hate them because I love my friends so much, what the fuck, but like, I used to be so jealous. I'd be like, why? Because I used to have crushes and they would treat my friends so nicely and they would be so cold to me, and I was like, why is it me, God? And it was just not good. But then I was like, I don't give a fuck, so I stopped believing into the fact that they were just being not nice to me because they were having a bad day. No, men are just like that, okay? I don't even feel like people understood what I said, but basically what I said was, I just stopped giving a fuck like why men treat me differently than some of my drop dead gorgeous friends, because I don't fit their beauty standards, and it's okay. Like, it's fucking okay. But my past self was going through it because all the guys she liked, they didn't like her back. It was crazy. But I'm grateful they didn't like me back, because I would be stuck with a loser, and I don't want that for me. Oh my god, why am I so sassy today? Okay, pretty privilege, very real. Like, it's the most fucking real thing ever. Like, I know that because I've experienced it myself. I'm generally someone who doesn't dress up really nicely, okay? I look like a fucking beggar. I look homeless most of the times. Like, even when I hang out with my friends, I don't dress up. But when I do, I get treated so differently by people. It's awful. Awful. Like, literally, I was just getting treated like a fucking virus. Why am I getting treated like that now? But yeah, pretty privilege is fucking real. I used to be one of those delusional people who were like, pretty privilege is not real. People just make it up. It's very fucking real. Okay? There have been times when I've been out with my gorgeous, gorgeous friends and I would be treated like dirt. It's so funny now, but at the time I'd be like so sad. I'd be like, why am I the only one who experiences this? But now I'm like, it's so funny. I'm laughing right now, but when I was going through that and I didn't understand it, I would be like cursing myself out. I'd be like, why are you so ugly and shit like that? But basically I just don't fit. the beauty standards, and it's okay. Like, I'm okay with it. Okay, not everybody is your friend. I learned that a really hard way, like literally a very hard way. I have the habit of trusting people even when my gut is telling me not to. Crazy, but I used to do that all the time, and I would trust people who were like so evil. I would get so bad vibes, such bad vibes from them, but I'd still be like, oh, they're nice, you know, because they would act so nice in front of my face. I'm never doing that again. I'm trusting my gut because the universe, God, everyone is always speaking to me and just protecting me from all the negative people. Okay, this was kind of short. Okay, having more friends doesn't actually make you a cool person. I used to believe that. Okay, just because I believe that, I became friends with like a lot of awful people. You know, it was awful. I was, I think, friends with like 30 plus people, but they were so awful. Like, I'm not recommending doing that. Don't become friends with multiple people just because you think it'll make you look cool. Maybe because you're such a lucky person, you end up meeting nice people after nice people because you deserve that. Okay, don't make friends with people just because you think it'll make you look cool, because I was a victim of that. I mean, I was a person who did that. I became friends with like awful people because I thought, oh my god, they have such big friends, maybe I should, big friend group, maybe I should become friends with them because I wanted to be cool. They were so awful. Like, everyone in that group hated each other and it was awful. I think I stayed friends with them for like one day, and then I was like, it's not for me. I can't do it, you know, because I'm generally a very nice person and I can't be like someone who like side eyes people who I call my friends. It was awful. Competing friendships aren't actually good. I literally made the whole clip before making this one and then I accidentally deleted it. But competing friendships aren't actually good because I used to be someone who used to believe that competing friendships are actually good because when you're friends with your academic rival, it just makes everything good. It didn't. It made it worse. Okay, it didn't. Don't. I'm going to get into the story, but I feel like I shouldn't because I just cut her off. And if she watches my video, like, I literally cut her off without giving her context. But, like, it was bad. Like, it was awful. So, I don't recommend being friends with your academic rival. Even if they come off as like really nice people, you know, someone who you can trust and shit like that, you can't. If someone is competing with you, you can't become friends with them, okay, because they will fucking out your secrets like crazy and you can't do anything because, well, because you're a nice person who hates confrontation. I mean, okay, yeah, I shouldn't talk about it, oh my god, because I'd be so pissed if I talk about it. Yeah, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But this girl, she literally, oh my god, I told her a very intimate secret. She was my academic rival, but we were also really good friends. Good friends to the point. I told her my secrets when I think there are only 2 people who know my secrets, some of my secrets. 3. Okay? I am not the type of person who just spills my secrets because I don't like it. Okay? Because I can't trust people. Because I had another period of my life and my best friend of the time outed my secrets. It was awful. But again, she outed some of my very intimate secrets to people I didn't even know because She's my best friend. Okay, and me being me, I was so awful. I didn't even confront her. I just fucking cried, and then I went back to being friends with her. And as soon as like our school ended, I literally blocked her. Crazy. I should have confronted her, but you know, like she was a very manipulative person, and she used to like, you know, do crazy shit. So I was low-key scared of her. This is so awful. I was scared, like, what if I hurt her and she, like, kind of starts performing her crazy shit that she used to do. So, yeah, she was a little fucked in the head. This one, too. If someone pushes you to do a bad thing and then they call themselves your friend, they're not actually your friend. Like, I had this girl, she would, like, literally push me to, like, you know, like, literally smoke cigarettes and drink liquor. And it was, like, nobody in my family drinks. I mean, my father doesn't. My brother doesn't. You know, like, we don't have an example of people who go like do things like that, you know, smoke cigarettes or drink alcohol. We don't have that in my family, and my father has always taught us not to do that because his father was an alcoholic, and it just kind of like put him in a really deep spot with alcohol and cigarettes and shit like that. So we have always adhered with our father's values, and I've also seen how alcohol destroys people's families. So maybe I have like fear of alcohol, but I don't drink it. And I told my friend about that. I was like, I can't. But she would literally force me to smoke a cigarette. I didn't want to, but she would. So yeah, if someone forces you to do a bad thing and calls themselves your friends, they're not your friends. Because, you know why they're doing that? Because they feel awful. Like, why am I the only person who does like these bad stuff? And before you come at me and be like, oh, drinking and smoking is not a bad thing. It is. You know, it just fucking destroys your body from the inside. So don't tell me it's a good thing. And people can have opinions. It's okay. Okay, it's not a big thing. So yeah, if someone pushes you to do a bad thing or this make you do things which you're not comfortable with, drop them. I did. I dropped her. Okay? Because I didn't deserve a bad friend, okay? And, you know, she was awful. Like, why would you force someone to smoke a cigarette? I dropped her. Something you should do if your friend is acting like a bitch. Yeah, keeping quiet about your goals will get you so much ahead in your life. Like, literally, don't tell your goals to anyone except maybe like a few of your people who you trust. Okay, it can be anyone. It can be your best friend, your parents, your brother, your sister. I don't care. Just don't fucking, you know, just, oh my god, take a shot for every time I say don't, because I've been saying that a lot. But yeah, don't fucking tell people your goals until you achieve them. Everything about like moving in silence is actually true. But like if you post shit like, oh, I'm moving in silence, you're not. Okay? You're not, because you're dictating your life to other people. You're like, get ready with me as I move in silence. Bitch, what are you pretending to be, a ghost? Yeah, but like, don't tell people about your goals until you achieve them, because you never know who is your enemy. Okay? Because I used to have friends. I always have bad friends, but now I have good ones. Okay, I only have one friend, so I hope she's a nice one. But like, I used to have this friend. She was like secretly jealous of me, and we would like both be lazy together and not achieve shit, because she was like, you can always start tomorrow, you know, you don't have to start. You know, she would like kind of push me back into my comfort zone. Because I feel like if she didn't, I would have started posting ever since I turned 12. Because being a YouTuber was like literally my dream growing up. I wanted to be one of those people who were like, hi guys, you know, like literally being in the public with like thousands of people and just getting a camera out and filming because you don't give a shit. I want to achieve that level of confidence, okay? Because I'm so scared of judgment. I was literally thinking about deleting my video and just deleting myself from the face of internet because I'm scared of people's opinions. But it's okay. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna force myself because I can. Yeah, I'm not a victim. This was something I had a hard time getting into my head because, you know, I would always victimize myself for like everything that happened in my life. I had a hard time believing that the consequences I was facing was because of the questionable choices I made. Okay, it was the reality I created by opting for questionable choices. Okay, I'm not a victim, and just because I had some awful things happen to me does not make me a victim. Okay, life is not out to get me. Life is not. I was just getting, you know, the fruit of my labor. Okay, if I don't study, I'm gonna fail or something. If you want to achieve something, work for it. Okay, there are some really rare people who get handed everything on a silver platter, but sadly I'm not one of them. So that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop achieving my goals just because I wasn't born in some old money family. But like, is this the last? Yeah, like I stopped associating myself with like limiting beliefs. This was something that happened to me in like late 2024. It was something I discovered in like 2024. I know it has always existed, but like I had a hard time believing it. Okay, I would be someone who would have tons of limiting beliefs because, you know, I really believe people easily. So, you know, I just kind of made a pact to myself. I just told myself over and over again, limiting belief do not exist. For example, evil eye. In my life, evil eye does not exist, okay? It doesn't exist. Like, I am someone who just completely devalues all those negative beliefs that I used to have. You know, I'd be like, oh, evil eye is real. Evil eye is not real. It's not. I don't give a fuck what anyone tells me and be like, evil eye is real. I don't give a fuck. It's not in my reality. That level of confidence was like so out of my reach 2 years ago. You know, I was the most lazy and wait, what is the opposite of like confident? Is it timid? I was the most timid person ever because I used to believe that life was out to get me, and you know, I was like, oh, I'm insecure about this. Nobody likes me. I don't give a fuck if people don't like me. This was also one of the lessons I learned with like not giving a fuck about people, because I used to be someone who would give a fuck to so many people. I would like, you know, I would always care about them, but I literally had a fact check, a reality check, when I found out people did not give a shit about me. Okay, they didn't give a fuck, so I didn't have to try that hard. Okay, now whenever I think about all the limiting beliefs I had, I was like, how can I even believe in that? Because it's so absurd. We believe all those limiting beliefs which in fact in reality don't even exist and are such bad thoughts which have been created by people around us and our own brain to kind of stop us from reaching our potential. Crazy. with that, I hope you liked my video. I talked a lot in this video and I'm gonna edit it, and I don't even fucking know how to edit my videos. Like the first video I posted, it's awful, but I'm gonna keep it there because, you know, I love rejection. It's helping my confidence. With that, I hope you liked my video, and if you did, you can always like and subscribe. Oh my god, I used to like judge people when they would say that, but now I'm the one being like that too. But like and subscribe, okay? Like, I'm gonna post multiple videos, so if you like it, if you like my energy, like and subscribe. If you don't,